Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Tara and I am here to raise the vibration elevation. RaiseTheVibrationElevation.com. If you haven't gotten a chance to like and subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and do so now. Smash on that bell to get the notifications for when I upload new content. Today I am discussing spellwork and witchcraft. So there has been some confusion about witchcraft interacting with Satanism. So the first question I'm going to address is, do witches worship Satan? Then I'm going to talk about a little of what is witchcraft. Then I'm going to ask and answer the question, is spellwork evil? And then how can I do spellwork myself? So a lot of you may or may not know me as being a witch. I was born and raised Roman Catholic. I was born a witch and I will forever be a witch. I probably was burned at the stake at one time. Am I evil? Do I worship Satan? Do you know me? The answer to those questions is no, I do not worship Satan. No, I am not evil, and no, I do not subscribe to those types of practices. Being a witch basically just means I have an understanding of the older religion, that before Christianity was brought into the world, there was a love of Mother Nature and there was an energy of divine God and goddess, and that they were both equally important. Love is my religion, not Christianity, not Catholicism, but I take a little bit of the principles of all religions and incorporate them into my life. So Satanism is not a part of what witchcraft is, and it's not a part of who the majority of witches are. Are there some witches that subscribe to satanic practices and sacrificing of live animal stock? Yes, of course. There is good and bad in every practicing genre of anything. You have priests that are molesting children, so you can't say that just because somebody is a Catholic or a witch that they are good or bad. It doesn't come from that. It comes from the heart. It comes from within. Okay. So do witches worship Satan? No. Is there connotations between different deities in the pagan witchcraft practices and what Satan might look like? Perhaps. But are they the same? No. We have we'll go into deities at another time. I'll have to get into that at a different point. There's going to be some touch of deities today, but the horned god, for example, the one that runs through the woods, the one that is there for the beginning blessings of fertility and springtime, he may be assimilated to what Satan might look like. You're going to run into a multitude of different gods and goddesses when you travel down this path. Energy is not good or bad. Energy just is. And it's the intention that you set with it that causes it to either be white magic or black magic, good magic or bad magic, good intention or bad intention, good vibe or bad vibe. You feel what I'm saying here? So now I'm going to just go right into spell work, because so many people ask me to do spells for them. So many people ask me about spell work. They want to know if it's good or bad. They want to know what kind of energy is associated with it. That really all depends on you. Spell work, by definition, is the manipulating energy by way of thought or intention, which is formalized, written, or spoken. If you think in terms of Christianity, think in terms of prayer work. When you're setting out a focused intention to who you choose to pray to or subscribe to is called prayer. You can also connotate that with spiritual spell work. You have to first focus on what your purpose is for the spell, the intention of the spell. What do you want the end result to be? You want to decide the specifics of the spell. You want to not just say, I want to receive money, because energy comes back to us in the path of least resistance. So if I just set out and say, I want money, then I could be putting somebody that I love at risk, because I may have insurance policies on somebody that if I just want money and I send out a money spell, that they may perhaps pass and I may be the beneficiary to receive those monetary values. And that's not the kind of spell work that we want to put out there. So you want to be specific about that spell work, okay? And you want it to, really, there's a couple different parts that go into a spell. Let's take a look at the different parts of the spell work, okay? Of this spell is going to be your focus or your intention. The second part is going to be the specifications, where you become as detailed as you want to be. So maybe you want more money because you want to get a promotion at work and you're up for that promotion. So you're going to throw out a spell in order to bring that promotion to you so that you can get a $15,000 a year raise. That's specific on how the money's going to get back to you. And then on number 3, you're going to look at how this spell affects the universe, others, and self. When you cast out energy into a spell, it's going to have a ripple effect. It's going to have a butterfly effect. It's going to affect people you've never even met before, because every manipulation of energy does. Every part of us, again, divine one consciousness, we are all connected to each other. What I do affects you, what you do affects me. So when I send this spell work out into the world, how is it going to affect the universe? How is it going to affect others? How is it going to affect myself? Let's pretend for a minute you're in love with somebody and they may or may not have a significant other. You don't know, you're just in love with that other person. What you don't know is that they have a significant other that they've been having problems with, and they have a child, and the child is a baby, and now you come in and you send out a spell work to get this person into your life that you want to be with. Without knowing the effects that are going into the universe, you may break up a family and have a bad karmatic relationship coming back at you, bad karmatic juju. So you want to know the effects of the universe, the self, and others before you cast out that spell work. Focus your intention, your specifications of the spell, and what is going to happen, and then your desired results. So that is the formulation of how to do your spell. You are never, ever going to use negative connotations. The word can't does not exist in a spell. The word never does not exist in a spell. The word doesn't, don't, not. These are things that we do not put in spell work because the negative connotations can bring back negative energy. So you don't say, I am not poor. You say, I am financially stable. I have a plethora of wealth that abounds me and continues to come to me. The more positive that these spell connotations are, the more positive that the words are that you're writing into the spell work, the higher the vibration of the spell is going to be too. Because if it's coming from a place of positive energy and loving words, then it's going to act a lot faster. Is there times when people use negative words and negative energies to charge spell work because of sending out a hex or curse? Of course. Do I do that? No, I don't send out hexes and curses. And the reason that I don't do that is because all of our spell work, all of this that we combine together in formalization to send out to the universe comes back to us 3 times 3. So if I am sending out a harmful energy to somebody because I don't like them, then I risk that harmful energy coming back to me times 3. I've always lived by the fact that I have 3 children. So if I sent out a negative energy or a negative spell work on somebody and it happened to them, that I would expect it to come back and harm my 3 children the exact same way. So therefore that always stays in my forefront before I even formulate the spell, because I want to make sure that when the energy is returned to me 3 times 3, it's going to come back to me in a good way and not a negative way. Does that mean you cannot protect yourself against curses and hexes? Absolutely not. You absolutely can, because there is a return to sender energy spell, which if somebody starts to send you out negativity, curses, and hexes, you can actually shield, block, and repel that and send it right back to them. So what they have sent to you, gets sent directly back to them, and then it gets magnified by the force of 3 times 3. So they got like 9 times of bad karmic energy that they sent out with their own pure intention coming back to hit them. And that's where people like lose it. They don't understand that. The more harm that you send out into the universe, the more ill will that you send out into the universe, the more harm and ill will that comes back to you. All right, so we know that we're never going to use any negative connotations. We're also always going to write in the present. And the reason why we're going to write in the present is because we want to be direct and we do not want to have confusion. We don't want to write in the past tense and we don't want to write in the future. If we write in the future, our spell is never going to come to fruition because the energy is always going to be moving out to the future. If you feel what I'm saying there, do you understand that? Because if I say I'm trying to get a love spell done, and I say, love will find me, it is coming to me, love will find me. We wouldn't say now. You want to put that now on there in order for it to be in the present tense. But if I said, love will find me, love is coming to me, then the energy of the universe isn't going to know, when's it coming to me? Is it coming to me yesterday? Did I miss it? Is it coming to me next week? Is it always in the forward motion? So you have to be very specific, and you want always to set forth it in the now. If you set it forth for the future, it's always going to be in the future, and it's always going to be like right there in front of you, but you're never going to get it. You're never going to get it because you got your energy set for the future. And you don't want to set it for the past because then the timing is going to be like, well, you've already missed that opportunity. So you set present tense energy for the now. Money makes me and finds its way to me now. Love surrounds me and embraces me every day, and I love the way love makes me feel now. Do you see what I did there? Do you understand the difference between the past, the present, and the future energy being submitted out into spell work so that it is coming back to you and manifesting to you when? Now. When sending out a spell, the energy of gratitude is important. You always want to make sure that you mention things that you're grateful for because that raises the vibration of that energy harnessed in the spell. Gratitude is a powerful energy. The more gratitude that you share with the universe, the more blessings the universe bestows on you. So if you are looking for more money, be thankful and grateful for the love that you have in your life. If you are looking for love, be grateful and thankful that you have a job in your life that sustains your bills. Do you see? You always want to be thanking the universe for a blessing that you have while you're asking for more. Gratitude is the best attitude. I like that. It's important, guys. Living with gratitude. Moon phases play a very important part. If you know witches, you will know that they always know what phase of the moon we are in. And that's because certain spell work and emotions and desires and principles are stronger under different phases of the moon. So properly formulating your spell, properly writing out your description on how you want to attain that spell, you focusing your desired intention and preparation, your specifications, thinking about the effects that it's going to have on others. Now you're going to start to think about what moon phase is going to propel the energy and sustain it better so that it gets released into the universe. You got your new moon. New moon is easy. New moon is new beginnings when starting a new journey. When you want to do new projects, when you want to clean the slate, when you want to start anew, you go into the new moon energy. Gather your thoughts, execute your plans. So this would be a great time to start new projects, new ventures, new business relationships, those types of spells. During your waxing crescent moon, this is a good time to send out your hopes and dreams, your desires. This is the time that the law of attraction energy is going to be working for you. The law of attraction magic is going to bring back those desires for you and send them out into the universe. The first quarter moon, removing paths and obstacles in your way, making it easier to get to the goals and achievements that you're looking for. Pushing forward, making moves, taking action. The waxing gibbous moon is about bringing money and prosperity and realigning your energies and your desires that you were thinking about in the waning Gapsis moon, the waxing Gapsis moon, excuse me. The full moon is about charging and recharging and enhancing your psychic abilities and receiving the bounties of the psychic energy work and receiving all of the energy back to you that you put out from other spells. This is a time of receiving, so you're going to receive knowledge, you're going to receive back to you the energy of the spell work that was promoted to you from other spells that you had done. And for the waning gibbous moon, it's going to be a time of banishment, expelling negative energies, removing hexes and curses. It's going to be about giving thanks, going within, working on self-reflection. And the third quarter moon is going to be about releasing old habits, releasing things that are no longer serving to us, doing some cutting of cords, doing some self-care rituals. And then the waning crescent moon is about cleansing and purification and removing toxicities from within and around us and bringing in the new positive energies, removing the negative Nancy's, replacing them with positive Patties. So now we know that we have specific times of the moon when certain energies are more magnified, when they're more focused. But you also have times of day when that is happening, okay? So for example, in the morning is going to be about meditation, matters of consciousness, new beginnings, bright beginnings. You've got your dawn for renewed hope, refreshed energies, a time of pure blessings. You've got dusk for closings and real estate closings, putting an ending to different old projects. You have your self-reflections done at dusk, your death rituals and rites done at dusk. Then at nighttime, your intuitive and emotional healing, your fertility, your spirit work, your moon work. A lot of spell work magic is done either in the morning or at night, but there's also midnight energy work, which is a great time. They call midnight the witching hour because it's the thinnest of the veils. So you can do most communications with other realms in the midnight hours. So you start to line these things up. What is my intention of this spell? When is a good time to do it and perform it according to the moon harnessed energy, and what day of the week? Then you could also focus on calling in your deities. Like, for example, if you're looking for love, you might want to call in Aphrodite or Venus. If you're looking to settle a score, if you're having a fight with somebody, you might want to call in the god of war, which is Mars, Aries, whoever you want to call. You could start to formulate which deities you're going to call upon. You can start to formulate which days, which moon energy. You could start to correlate your candle colors. Every color has different meanings, energy, and power. So, like, for protection, you might a black candle for protection, a white candle for enlightenment, a purple candle for psychic awareness and attunement, blue candle, light blue candle for an angel's blessing, green candles for money and prosperity, red candle for love, pink for love and compassion. You could start to put all those in, and then you have the different oils that you could use, and you could formulate everything so that it's specific to what you're looking for, and the goal achieved, the end result, brings all of these energies to the same thing because they harness the same type of energy. You're also going to be looking at how to harness that power, how to harness that energy. Remember, energy is always sustaining. It's always there. It's just a matter of how it's formulated or charged up, I guess is the word I want to say, how the energy is charged. And it can be charged up with fire, it can be charged up with water, it can be charged up with sex magic. So if you are doing fire magic, you may have a bonfire, you may have a candle, you've chosen your color candle based on what the energy is, you've gotten all your time in play. So how do you go about doing this spell? Well, you grab your candle and you hold it and you think about what it is that you are looking to achieve, and you put your intention into this candle and you hold it and you let that candle energy from your palms build. You push that right into that candle. And then as you say your words, as you say your prayer, as you say your connotations, you light that candle and focus your thoughts and your minds on what you're looking to achieve while you're staring at that flame. Build that energy up, build that energy up. And then finally, as you finish off saying the prayer words or the incantations that you're going to say to go with it, and you release your own energy because you've built up your power. Some people might spin and dance. Some people might just give thanks and praise. Whatever it is that you do to release that power into that candle, into that energy, you let the flame burn, and the candle flame energy carries that out to the universe for you until it comes back in the form of manifestation, until you get the results that you were looking to achieve. You could do the same thing with water. You can go down to a river or a beach, and you could focus and harness your energy into the water and focus and focus and focus and let that energy build and build and build, and then let the water carry it out into the energy. The fun one, though, is the sex magic, right? Because you could sit there with your partner or partners, if that's what you choose, or alone, however you so choose, and you build up that energy and focus, 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 and then upon the release, you let the energy flow into the universe and be carried out until it comes back to you. So if you need to keep the energy for later use, when you're releasing that energy, be it by fire, be it by air, be it by water, sex, whatever it is that you're looking to utilize as your transmuter to send that out into the world and into the universe, you could put something like a little bottle with a potion there to capture the energy. You can put an amulet there to capture the energy. You can put herbs there to capture the energy. Whatever it is, more candles to capture the energy, so that you can utilize that energy at a later date. You can release it at a later date. So basically, it all comes to this. It is the energy within you that you are focused and harnessed in, and releasing it out into the universe. It takes practice. I suggest you do it. Take some time, go out, write some spells, put your desires down. Be specific. Remember, specificity and being not broad, being very detailed about it is going to bring about better results. So I think that we may have answered some of these questions, right? We answered the question, do witches worship Satan? And the answer is no. And I think that the reason why is because of this symbol, which is the witch's symbol. It's the pentacle. It's a star. But if you notice, it's right side up. That star points towards the north. Now, in Satanism, that star points down towards the south, and then you have the horn god. So do you see the difference there between the stars? So it's this star here that's the witch's star, and that star is the devil's star. And that is the difference between the symbolisms of the witches and the difference of the satanic cultures. The Satanist's pentagram, does not face the north. It faces the south to their person or thing that they choose to honor, which is not that of mine. And if you can never imagine me not working in light and love, right? So again, I ask you to take a moment and go ahead, share my video, hit the like and subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know some things that you guys want me to do for you. In Light and Living Service, I look forward to hearing from you. I hope that this message has brought you some clarity.